Alright, y'all. So, this video is going to go over my two trades for today and so on and so forth. So, first of all, we're gonna start on the 4 hour chart. Today we have an FOMC. So, obviously, wouldn't really expect too much out of the morning session. Sometimes you would expect like liquidity to be swept here and there, but for the most part, nothing really. So, um, pretty much nothing, nothing on the 4 hour. We had the weekly lower. Um, we had the weekly lower. We swept the liquidity on all three. Uh, and then one thing to note would be Friday was swept as well on ES and Dow, but Friday was not swept on. Yeah, Friday was not swept on Q. And then pretty much with this in mind, I was like, all right, I might take a little short. I still like technically we want to see the slow swept. We just it's a symmetrical low. Yeah, I don't think it's a PSP. Well, it is a PSP, but other than that, there was nothing there. I wanted to see it swept. Um, it's either the slow swept and then we create something or nothing, you know. So then we got the slow sweep on Dow, but that was already after my trades. So today's trading was pretty simple. Um, Pretty much we start chopping up. Here you go. I'll just show it. So turn the indicators on. So I know we're in the New York opening gap. It looks kind of messy, but really it's not even that horrible. So here we go. Here's at 9:30. So we had daily cycle right here, candle body daily cycle. We had a 15-minute PSP at the high, right over here. Yep, and this candle as well. No, this candle right here. Well, both of them are PSPs. So that was number one for bearish. Then obviously the weekly and all that, and then also 90-minute cycle. We had Q2, Q3. So I saw Dow create this PSP, and then I was quite bearish from here, and then I saw this pullback. I was like, all right, maybe we're going to pull up to sweep level liquidity. So then we swept above these highs, and then I went for an entry in that new day opening gap. So I first entered, I think, in this candle. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So yeah. So my first entry was on this candle. Obviously 15-second chart. Try to no, I didn't enter 15 on 1 minute. And then I left break even on that one. And then one more trade. I saw SMT right here with the bodies, and we were also in that new day opening gap. And I saw this tiny little crack over here, and then I entered it, and then Then I left. Where is it? Left minus 50, and that's it. And after that, it just chopped the rest of the day. It didn't come back to sweep the 9:30 low that was created until we had FOMC. But the buy there isn't really. Where is it? This buy right there. Yeah. First of all, this buy right here is not probable. We went higher, and then right here would be that better. Like realistically, if I entered the short right there when we came back for that retest on the 15-minute, that would be the smartest entry if I wanted to short. But then at that point, like, and then we started to go lower. I entered on a demo there just for the sake of it because I said only two a day, right? So let me show you guys. Okay, where is it at? Whatever. Balance before. Okay, yeah, 8:59. I entered right. What is going on? Whatever. I don't know why it's not showing it. And I entered a short right there, and I left over here. It was in the previous video. But anyway, so there's that. And then I left over there. And right here, about that time, is when stay is when Dow swept that other low that we were talking about on the 1 hour chart. And once Dow swept that low, we pretty much had this right here, which this is not SMT. Like that's nothing. Actually, was that? I I have no regrets for today, by the way. Like today was super chill. Um, let me see. Oh, there it is. Wait, no, that's 11. Okay, there. All right. So Q2. Okay. So there was Q2, Q3. So there was Q2, Q3 micro with the daily cycle at the lows. So the micro confirmed the daily, and then there was a PSP as well. Probably there was. So the low, that's not nothing. All right. So 9:30 itself was a PSP at the low. So then that created the failures. Well, it swept the low on NQ. So there was no reason that it shouldn't come back below it again. So another reason to not trade. Um, and then it went below Q2. So the only reason we pulled back up, the only reason we pulled up in general was simply to go into that 1 hour gap. And this sweep of liquidity wasn't even an SSMT. It was a basic SMT just for us to go back into this gap. This this right here is PSP, right? And then we went into that PSP, and that's it. And that was it for the day. Literally nothing today, like nothing. So, all right, that's it. I took my two, followed my rules. I left, only gave myself 200 risk, and that's it. I'm done for the day. We'll see how tomorrow goes, cause like today was literally. I bet you how much you want. If I go on my funded futures funded chat, tons of people probably blew their accounts. Like, let's just go take a look. Let me pull it up. Actually, I'm gonna go into Top Step, for example. So look, here's Top Step. Like, let's just go see. So obviously, some people got lucky with the FOMC because the losers won't show anything. But okay, that's yesterday. Not many people actually talk about the markets. Yeah, yeah. What the hell? That's crazy. Oh, never mind. Oh well, nobody's talking about it. Whatever. But typically people complain a lot on like days like this, like, oh, I lost everything, blah blah. But look, if you have good risk management and you're just keeping it cool, you're fine. Like you're not losing money. Like you literally can't lose if you have good risk management, good emotional control, and you just move on day by day. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Adios.